I need to. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change anything unless necessary. Unless you are an asshole or you're a piece of shit that actually needs to do some character changes, this is not applicable to you. If you are a terrible person, you need to do better. Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of We're All Insane. Rejection comes in many different ways. It could come in the form of loving someone who does not love you back. It could come in the form of putting so much effort into a relationship or a job or a thing, and you feel like you're not chosen. You feel like all your efforts are down the drain and things just generally don't work out as you expect. Rejection could cause you to doubt your entire future, doubt your entire self-worth, doubt yourself in general. Take, for example, a situation where you might be in love with someone and you express or you declare your love for them and they do not reciprocate, or they do not hold your heart in the way that you would have expected them to hold. You start to think of ways that you could do things differently, because automatically you think you are the problem. Automatically you start to feel like maybe it's because you're not enough, or maybe it's because you've not done enough. And so you start to ruminate on the idea that maybe if I could do more, or maybe if I could be more, then this person would choose me. I really don't know who gave us the impression that someone's lack of reciprocation of our love is an open ground or an open battlefield to start to prove our worth to them. You start to question your worth. You start to doubt your future. You basically just start to doubt everything. You just start to dilute the essence that makes you unique, that makes you a unique human being. And the funny thing is, when you start to dilute yourself, dilute your essence, you automatically start to reject yourself. Like you reject the real you. And so it becomes a situation where you could look at yourself in the mirror and you don't even recognize who you see anymore, because you've changed everything about yourself completely, because you're trying to fit into the standards of someone that refused to love you or choose you. Let me tell you a story. Take, for example, me. I've had many situations where I would openly declare my love for someone, and unfortunately, they might not feel the same way about me, right? And I start to change myself. I try to become the ideal woman, the perfect girl for him. And so I would, if he likes masculine women, or if I presume that he likes masculine women, best believe you see me outside like, yo, my guy, what's up? Let's play this sport, And if I presume that he likes feminine women, you see me out there being all, it's fine, being all soft and gentle. If he likes emo, I'm there. If he likes women who are loud, I'm there. If he likes women who are soft-spoken, I'm there. And all of these things, they did me a disservice, I started to lose myself slowly. I didn't know who I was becoming. I would look at myself in the mirror and I'm not even recognizing who I'm seeing. The feeling of rejection can be very overwhelming, honestly. And so I can't even blame you for anything. Rejection is nothing to be afraid of. I know it comes with this very intense feeling, but rejection is honestly nothing to be afraid of. And that is why we're here now. That is why you're watching this video, because you are trying to get through something. You're trying to understand how to navigate through feeling rejected, and it's fine. But what you will not do is stay where you are. What you will not do is continue to ruminate on those feelings that rejection brings you, because that is quite pathetic and sad, and we are not pathetic and sad, right? Anyways, the first step towards overcoming this intense feeling that rejection brings, like all other problems, like I said in the last video, is first of all awareness. And you being here, you sitting here, is already enough proof that you are very much aware of your feelings, of your emotions, and you are ready to take charge and make a change, which is very excellent. The second step is acceptance, right? When you are not chosen, you learn to accept and carry on with life. Let's take, for example, a dress. Picture a dress, a beautiful, gorgeous, long dress. well embroidered, very intricate details. However, this dress is red. Now we know that there's always going to be somebody out there in the world who does not like the color red and would throw up at the sight of a red dress. In this situation, you are the red dress. There will always be people who will not choose you. There will always be somebody out there who you are not their cup of tea. And let's be honest, like, even you, not everybody is your cup of tea. You don't like everybody, and you certainly will not choose everybody. There will always be people who, you're like, not really, not really. There will be someone who will declare love to you and you're like, this person is not cutting it. Not because there's something wrong with them, but because, you're just not feeling it. And that's fine. And it's the same thing for other people. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And that's fine. Just come to the realization of that and just accept it. It's really okay. It's really okay. Rejection should not come with this humiliating force of shame that makes you feel like, man, I'm not enough. I need to. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change anything unless necessary. Unless you are an asshole or you're a piece of shit that actually needs to do some character changes, this is not applicable to you. If you are a terrible person, you need to do better, right? However, if you know deep within your soul you have good intentions and somebody just didn't choose you, or that job just didn't work out, or that relationship, just didn't cut it for you, it's fine, really. There will always be somebody out there who also loves the color red and would like jump at the sight of a red dress, like, that's my dress. So just like there is somebody who will not choose you, there is also going to be somebody who will choose you. Just like there's a job that will not choose you, there will always be a job that will choose you. That's just kind of how life goes. Like, it's nothing personal. Practice the art of letting go. It's so hard to accept that people or situations or jobs or careers or a certain future that we have dreamed and imagined is not for us. So when we don't get it, it can be very heart-shattering and gut-wrenching and just extremely sad. And so what do? We either try to force other people to meet our expectations, we force the situations to meet our expectations, or we force ourselves to meet the expectations of other people or the situation that we found ourselves in. And nobody's faulting you. It's kind of how humans operate. So it's normal, right? But I just need you to learn and understand that you need to let go of that person, that job, that situation, that experience that made you feel rejected. You cannot keep holding on to those feelings. You cannot constantly keep ruminating on those feelings because they are clearly not serving you anymore. And so you need to let go. And here's the thing. I've come to the realization that letting go is always directly attributed to getting rid of or giving up on something. But when you're trying to get rid of something, it means that you have labeled this thing as bad. And whatever you've labeled as bad, you resist. And whatever you resist grossly becomes persistent. It's remarkable, isn't it? It's like a paradox. It made me realize that letting go of something or someone is less about doing. So it's less about constantly ruminating on the feeling of letting go and more about actually not doing. So instead of constantly being on the topic of, I need to let this person go, I need to resist all of these feelings that are coming, I need to suppress, you just relinquish control and let it be, let the feelings be. If it's a situation of loving someone who doesn't love you back, let those feelings be. They will not kill you, honestly. They will honestly not kill you. Just let go of the control, let go of trying to suppress it, and just let those feelings be, and let yourself be, and let yourself get the full experience of those feelings and emotion, and eventually it will pass. So in the meantime, what do? In the process of letting go, while you're trying not to resist your feelings, what do? You stop contact with this person, out of sight, out of mind. That's the least you could do. You pick up hobbies you can focus more of your attention on. instead of focusing all of that attention on the thing that needs to be let go of. But the bottom line is, you just need to let go. There's a saying that goes, letting go is hard, but holding on is harder. Holding on is you just keeping yourself there in the past, holding on to things of the past, because there are already things of the past. You're constantly ruminating on the idea of what could possibly be that is not. And the past is a place of reference and not a place of residence. So you can't stay there. You need to let go eventually. There's something in philosophy called the contradiction in action, and it's when you know what to do but you're not doing it. It causes you to dissociate. So you just find yourself like, you should let go of this thing, but holding on to it constantly is just going to cause you to let go and just hope for the better. You need to kill the victim and stop taking things personally. Life hates me. I'm never going to find love. This always happens to me. What is this? Blah, blah, blah. All right, then, what else? Life doesn't care. Life isn't fair. Life is literally there to break you and to keep you on your toes until you grow and grow and grow. And growth can never happen in your comfort zone. It always takes place outside of your comfort zone. So life is there to keep you on your toes as you grow, right? Outside of your comfort zone. So you need to understand that constantly, life is not fair. Life. It's not going to make anything change. The only person that can make something change is you. And to do that, you need to actually stand up and leave any pathetic zone that you're finding yourself in. This is a pathetic zone. Start to engage with the pain as a motive. Start to view rejection as a catalyst for your growth. I always say that rejection can either be a catalytic or an inhibiting tool towards your growth. You need to start viewing rejection as a tool that could catapult you to insane success. Imagine all of the famous people, all the great people today who have faced rejection at one point in their lives. Imagine if they had stopped. J.K. Rowling, Walt Disney, Stephen King, Oprah Winfrey, to say the least. Imagine if all of these people at some point never ever leveraged that feeling of rejection they had multiple times. They would not be where they are today. And so let me ask you something, a question that you should ruminate on tonight. If in the next 5 years, picture yourself in the next 5 years, and today you took a stand, you decided that instead of letting this feeling consume me, I'm going to engage and leverage it and actually use it to do something beneficial for myself. Where do you think you'll find yourself in the next 5 years? And now think about if you kept being where you are right now. No taking any chance, nothing. Where would you be in the next 5 years? You'd still be here, sad, crying, and wondering why life is not fair. If you're constantly waiting for life to get better for you, it's really not. You have to take a stand and do something for yourself. That's kind of how it goes. It's a dog-eat-dog world. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, dog-eat-dog has to be like something bad, right? Anyways, yeah. Next thing, which is kind of my favorite point when it comes to rejection, is the fact that rejection is God's protection from a future that is not best for you. I'm a strong believer in the fact that when I don't get something, it's definitely God's redirection. Because I'm Christian, I believe in God, and there's a book in the Bible, Jeremiah 29:11, that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans of good and not of evil, to give you a good and expected end." And me personally, I just always have that Bible passage at the back of my mind. I always know that whatever is happening, God has intended it for my own good. So whatever I'm losing, whatever job I'm not getting, whatever rejection I'm facing, I just know it's God's redirection to something better. You need to allow God to turn your feelings of rejection and defects and flaws into a blessing. But He cannot do it if you don't let Him, if you don't trust Him, and if you don't let go of the things of the past that no longer serve you. God will not work according to your preference. He will work according to His will. And I promise you, His will is better. Even if you don't believe in God, in every religion or in life generally, there's a concurrent message, and it's the message of hope. you have to be hopeful. You have to be hopeful. You have to be optimistic about your future. Being pessimistic is not serving you. You have to be hopeful about your future. You have to believe that whatever is happening is for your own good. Whatever you're losing, whatever you're gaining, whatever is happening is for your own good. And so when something leaves, I'm just so confident and assured in the fact that God has a plan. God has something way better than I could possibly imagine. When you stop taking things personally and when you just understand that life will life, you know? Most times, the things that we consider bad are actually there to help us grow. Rejection, failure, all of these things are there to help us grow, you know, to learn and then to do better. To expect better from God. Please give Him more credit. Now, say no to negativity. Believe me, if you have the time and the effrontery to be negative, then God help your soul. You also have the audacity to be positive. You know, you have to have the audacity to be positive. Just try to be positive. Just try to see things as in they are working for your own good. And just be optimistic and be hopeful about the future. That whatever is happening now is for your own good, to give you a future that is best for you, to give you a career, to give you a partner, something, everything that is best for you. But let me just put this out there as an encouragement. To the right person, you will always be enough and you are never too much. And so when you need to work so hard to dilute yourself to get someone to love you, you know that that's not the love that you deserve. You know that that's not the love you need. You will find somebody who is best for you. You will find the job where you feel so safe and where you are getting all of the accolade that you deserve. And you will get a future that is best suiting for you. You just need to give it time and patience. And eventually everything is going to work together for your good. Just look at rejection as a friend. When you get rejected, just smile like, okay. I just know at the back of your mind that something better is coming. Though it might be delayed, it shall never tarry. Bible scholar. Anyways, thank you so much guys for watching. I will see you in the next episode of We're All Insane.